Alright folks, Alan Rubel coming back at you for Ozark Mountain Outdoor Adventures. You guessed it, it is opening day of archery season, September 15th, 2021, and I am pumped up, baby. We're going to go out here this evening, do a little bit of recon. I'm going to hike in a stand, get into this location where I did a little bit of scouting a few weeks ago, but I really don't know a whole lot about what's going on, so I'm going to get up and do a little bit of observing. Hopefully we get a doe right off the bat here this evening and kind of get a little of those early season jitters out of the way and get into some big buck hunting. But go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to the YouTube channel, because we have a lot of fun and adventures planned for you here this season, season 5. We got 2 additional team members. We have Josh Green and Trent Schlip joining us here this fall. Super pumped to have them aboard, and they are deer slayers. So hopefully we'll have an intro coming up for those guys when they get out in the deer woods. I don't think they're going to be out there this evening, but Matt Eden, he has a couple of shooter bucks on trail cam that he's going to be perched up this evening, and if things do what they're supposed to, he could have a shooter buck down on night 1. So anyway, I'm going to get on out of here and get in the deer woods. Stay tuned with this. Alright folks, going back at it here again this evening. It is still pretty warm for September 15th. It's 83 degrees this evening, so we're going to hopefully a nice little doe spot here. It's close to the house for an after work spot in a pretty well hunted area, but we're going for hopefully an easy target here this evening. So we're going to get off down in here, slip in here as quick and quiet as we can, get up in the tree, be patient, wait till dark, see what happens. Stay tuned with us. Alright folks, well, I'm still getting settled in here. Boy, it's a hot hike in here. I went ahead and checked the trail cam. So far, they've only got a couple little spikes coming in. As you can see, pretty regularly, but so far it looks like they're all going to end the evening picks, nighttime picks here. So, but like I said, I'm getting settled in. This is going to be my little doe spot here after work until season starts to pick up and get good. There might be a buck come through here, but really I'm on the hunt for some does. Looks like Matt's up in the tree. Again, he's got a couple shooters. I mean, patterned pretty good, so good possibility of him getting one here opening evening. That would be awesome. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead, settle in. Took me a little bit longer to get up in this tree than what I expected, so it's about 6 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and get quiet and see if we can hear some movement here in the woods. Stay tuned with this. Folks, well, it's about 6:57. Nothing so far. Had a little bit of squirrel action, but got a pretty clear area. Got a nice 35 to 40 yard shot. It's pretty patchy though. So anyway, we got sunset is at 7:20. So if something's going to happen, it'll happen here within the next hour. So anyway, buckle up. Hopefully we'll have a fun ride here, so stay tuned with us. Alright folks, well, that was a nice opening evening here for me on public property. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything come in before the end of shooting light, but I am pretty sure that those spikes came in after I was down on the ground and getting packed up. But Congratulations to Matt, because he did kill his number 2 shooter buck that came in. I'm heading over to his place right now to help him out. Get a look at this buck. So stay tuned with us. We'll be there in just a few moments. That's what I'm talking about. Matt, I'm telling you, you're a deer slaying machine.
Well, here's the deal. I'm too busy right now. I ain't got time to hunt. So he came out and I was like, he'll eat.
Hey, we'll be at it for a long time.
He'll eat.
We got some time before it even really gets good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get him skinned up.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Well, we got an interesting situation here. So I'm heading down after work. Got this spot pretty close to home, and I've only hunted it a few times. I've been successful out of a few times that I have hunted it. But my plan this evening was to hunt it one more time and pull the stand at the end of the hunt. Basically, I have better spots than this. The stand would be more useful. But man, I'm telling you what. I'm putting my parking spot right here. It's right off the side of the road. Check this out. Here's my parking spot. Here's another car. I mean, I'm half tempted to go off in here and get my stand anyway. I mean, that's what I was planning on doing. I think I might go ahead and do that. It might run this guy's hunt. It's my only reason why I wouldn't, but he's running my hunt. There's too many hunters here, obviously, for this little spot, so. Pretty good in here. Problem is, I just think this area is probably just a little bit too overhunted. It's a little bit too close to town, a little bit too close to the road. That's why I'm here. It's an easy spot. So I heard a car door up there. I think it might be that guy. He could just be, I mean, he was on the edge of the property. So he could have been just doing some maintenance right there at the gate. But I'm gonna check this trail cam real quick and see what happens. I'll let that be the determining factor. If it's got some bucks on it, I might run up, grab my bow, put the camera here, and come back down in here. If not, I'm gonna grab the trail cam and abandon this spot completely. So, let's see what happens. Okay, well, looks like there's like a lot of does coming through here, and that's what I'm in this spot for. There was one buck towards the end of the cycle of the pictures, so I'm gonna go ahead and run back up to the car. I'm gonna run back up to the car and grab my stuff, shimmy up this tree real quick, because that's what we're after right here is getting a doe on the ground. So I'm gonna go grab my stuff real quick. The intel I need. This guy's gone. He must have been working on the private side. Sorry. Anyway, trying to get back down in here real quick. Hopefully I didn't just blow everything out of there. Still early enough. I think we're okay. Okay. I'll let you know when I get back up in the tree. All right. Well, I know this guy has been down here because we do have he's letting me know that he knows I'm here. Shoot. So many scenarios. I spent a little bit extra energy and time tonight trying to get intel. I'm pulling this stand so he can't come back to it. He might be able to come back to this tree, but the stand will be gone. I'm gonna leave the trail cam and then maybe one evening come back in here and check it again like I did tonight. But I'm gonna go ahead and shimmy up this tree. See if those 4 does come out again tonight. Stay tuned. All right, well, I'm up in the tree now. the big fat gamble tonight. Let's hope that it just pays off. It's 6 o'clock. It's definitely later than I wanted to be in the tree stand. So it's hot. It's really hot. I'm just gonna settle in. May do a little bit of, give you a pan around real quick, but again, I was here opening weekend, or opening day, and I only had like 2 pictures, 3 or 4 pictures of 2 does, and this time there's about 3 times more pictures and 4 does and a buck. It's not the buck I want, but maybe he'll have somebody else come through here tonight with him. But I'm really after one of those does, and they look mature, so it's a 40-yard perfect shot. If one comes through, I'm gonna nail it. Let's cross our fingers. Stay tuned. You win some and you lose some, so I think I'm going to break this set down. I'm going to pull the trail cam, put it in a different location. Again, looking forward to a little bit later in October, a little bit later, started in November, but I'm going to go ahead and climb down. I know I got about 2 more minutes, but I'm going to get on down. Stay tuned with us. We got some more action coming up. We're gonna have quite a bit of other guys coming, starting to go out. I always hit hard early, so I know they're gonna start getting out soon. But I'm gonna break this down. Use this probably in some deeper woods with some bigger bucks. So to be continued. Stay tuned with us. All right, folks, coming back at you. Wanted just to take a quick moment here to go over the results of this trail cam pictures. It was a really exciting and spontaneous hunt this last week here at this location. I went in and there was already a hunter in my spot. Started to go in just to pull the camera, pull the trail cam. I heard him leaving, so I checked the pictures, seeing these consistent does hitting this mineral site on a regular basis. So I went ahead and did an evening hunt in hopes that these does would come in. But I did review the pictures while I was there, and I seen that there was this buck, and you can see this nighttime photo here. With the small viewfinder I was working with, this just looked to me like a 7-point. I was happy to see it. I hadn't had any other bucks on trail camera, so I shimmied up the tree. But ultimately, when I got back home and started, after I pulled the tree stand, pulled the trail cam, and I got back home and started reviewing the footage, lo and behold, this was a much nicer and more unique buck than I had originally anticipated, and my heart just sunk. I thought that I had made a terrible mistake by pulling out the trail camera. You see this, it's got these nice drop tines, a very unique buck for me. This would be a trophy. I'm wanting a drop tine buck, so automatically I started thinking about how can I get set back up on this buck, and we've just had some really god-awful weather this last week. It's been rainy, high winds. I think I've been one time in 5 days. This was 8 days ago when I was at this location. So tomorrow the weather has broke. We got calm winds, cool morning. I'm gonna get in the stand early. I'm gonna get set up. You never know, we might have these does come in. If the opportunity presents itself and I'm able to harvest a doe and get back in the location for an evening opportunity, you know I'm gonna take that chance. But with the weather change in effect here, it'd be a great opportunity to see a buck moving through the area. I would really like to see this guy on the hoof. But anyway, I just wanted to take a moment to put my thoughts out there for you kind of to know what's going on with this situation. I'm really going to focus a little bit in on this buck before my vacation time and before the rut gets into full swing, and maybe we can get a crack at him. So anyway, I hope you like what's coming ahead. We're definitely going hard at them, so stay tuned with us.
All right, here we go. This is my first morning hunt of the season. It's just now getting to be shooting light, so I'm not going to stay on here very long. But it is a beautiful morning so far this morning. Set up on this double drop tine buck. Hopefully he'll come through here. So also, I might have made a rookie mistake. I'm just a touch lower than what I normally am, so I'm a little bit worried about it, but should be okay. If not, I'll just make an adjustment. But we should have some deer coming through here this morning, so stay tuned with us. Do a couple real quick light grunts. I haven't grunted at all this season, so this was my first morning this season. This is my third time in this spot. I think I'm just going to do a couple quick grunts and see what happens. Maybe if this buck is in the area, maybe he'll poke his head out. See what happens. All right, folks, got a little bit of a commercial break here, so you know, when you're out in the deer woods, I drink a lot of coffee, and so when I'm out in the deer woods, you know, for restroom purposes and weight, I don't like getting a lot of coffee, but I like getting these 5-hour energy drinks. It's not the same as sipping on your coffee, but I'm gonna go ahead and knock back one of these and give me a little bit extra, so I'm not dozing off here. So very good. It's very good. does come in and do exactly what they were supposed to do. So the little one, she got into my shooting lane, and I think she got a glimpse of me ranging her. I was really trying to range the bigger one, but she kind of stared at me for a minute, and then when the bigger one, the mama, came closer, she kind of alerted her, and they moved off. So, man, I'm shook. So maybe they'll come back. Hey guys, if you're not hunting does, you are missing out. I'm telling you. I get just as pumped on a doe as I do on a big buck because they are a target for me. So the same way that a big, mature, 150 is a target, those are targets for me. And so when the target comes in range, man, I get pumped. Oh, man, that was a close encounter. A little bit more time and I've been going to full draw. I was getting ready. So, but man, I love it when a plan comes together. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. That would have been a big buck. I don't know. Just bummed, shook as I am on these little does. Oh, October, baby.
Unfortunately, I only got a brief glimpse of this buck, and after further review of the footage, it does appear to be a fork, large 7, or potentially the Drop Tine Buck. The direction they headed off was downwind of my position, so I did not get any further footage of these deer moving through the area.
Almost 10:30 now, so I was really wanting to see what happened here in this spot on midday. Unfortunately, I think probably the majority of the deer I was here to hunt had moved through the area. This last group here had a buck with them. Unfortunately, the woods is just so thick and they're moving so quickly. I really couldn't zero in on him, but I think it was a pretty decent 8-point. Run and tried to get him to come back, but I just got a glimpse of him, more or less. But anyway, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I am thinking about getting down and doing a little bit of scouting. There's a nice flat up behind me. There's also a couple, the bottom deepens a little bit with a flatter bottom up ahead, so the jig may be up out of this tree, so I might get down and see if I can find me a new tree. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. The buck I'm here to hunt has been coming through in the evenings, so I might just stay here all day. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned with us.
All right, I went ahead and got down at 11, and I reset the trail cam, locked up this tree stand,
And then I walked down here to where I think I seen all those deer basically crossing the same location. Get this dry weather creek right here is where they're at. I thought they were just beyond this spot. So I mean, I just walked just a little bit further. I see my first rub of the year right here. And this is what I'm wanting to do, is find a little bit more buck sign. Find a little bit more buck sign. Maybe figure out where this drop tine buck is. So anyway, we're in the right, at least in the right spot. I don't think I'm gonna move that tree stand tonight, but I'm gonna pick out a spot maybe to move on one of these vacation days I have coming up. So see if I can get a little bit more sign. All right, wonder I didn't see any deer. It's not far from where I'm hunting. Here's two. I think this is a buck with his head down. Where's he at? Come on, focus. There's more down the bottom of the field too. I think there's like 10. Look at all these deer in this field. Cut cornfield. Alright guys, well I had to cut her just a bit early this evening. I had a feeling they weren't coming in anyway, just with, I think I may have bumped them this morning in there. So anyway, I had to call it just a little bit early. I got a net on the way out. There's a cut cornfield, I mean, that basically connects to the road that butts up against the conservation area, and there was probably 12 or 15 deer in that field. It was just, they were too far back for me to count and get them on film. I tried to film them a little bit and wasn't able really to do it. But anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in for this episode. I'm gonna put a to be continued on it. We may go back down in here when the season gets a little bit better, maybe do some rattling, try and trigger one of them bucks to come in. I'm really wanting that drop tine buck, but stick with us. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to the YouTube channel. Man, I've been hunting hard. I got some vacation time coming up. I know the other guys are starting to get out a little bit more. I know me and Matt are already plotting and scheming for gun season coming up, so stay tuned with us.